Now that our character is really getting there, we have one more very important aspect that defines all of us mages that we still need to talk about. Our staff, or more in general, our weapons. If you aren't around level 50 yet, then don't worry about it, keep using the meteorite staff till that point. After that, the meteorite staff's main disadvantage becomes noticeable. If you remember, we can't upgrade the meteorite staff, so at some point it is going to get outscaled, and that point is somewhere around level 50 I would say, but it also depends on how you have allocated your points and how far you are in the story. But at this point in the game, the meteorite staff will have 3 potential competitors that will all outscale the meteorite staff with investments. We're talking here about the Acer Glintstone staff that we picked up in the academy, the Regal Carrion Scepter that you can get after defeating the second boss in the academy and then turning your remembrance that you get from her in at the creepy NPC at the round table. And finally you have the Lucet staff that you can get in Celia, the town of sorcery, by defeating the boss that is behind the sealed gates. Now all of these staffs have something unique. The Acer Glintstone staff casts slightly faster than the other staffs but costs around 22% more FP. The Lucet staff deals 10% more damage but costs around 50% more FP, and the Regal Carrion Scepter has no trade-off and boosts full moon sorcery spells. These staffs will start outscaling the meteorite staff when you have upgraded them to around +7, so keep that in mind. If you have the somber smithing stones for it, then definitely do it, as the more upgrades you give to the staff, the larger the gap will become between the new staff and the meteorite staff. Now which of the 3 should you actually use? Well, it's gonna depend on personal taste I think, but I don't think the Lucet staff is really worth it. The trade-off seems not good enough to justify the additional FP cost. I think I just generally don't like the additional FP cost that you need, because at no point thus far in the entire game did I feel like my damage wasn't enough, or where a slightly faster cast would have changed a lot. But I've ran out of FP plenty of times at moments where I really didn't want to drink a flask. Also keep in mind that we still have the Redicon Icon Talisman, which already makes us cast faster as well. So my preference goes out to the Regal Carrion Scepter, since having no compromise just feels good, and you also get the full moon sorcery bonuses, which is also nice. And when you have it, try getting it to +7 as soon as possible and beyond to really start feeling that power spike.